Dr. Neil Davidson, a Bushfire CRC project leader and senior lecturer in forestry science with the University of Tasmania, presented on the importance of fire in the Australian landscape, specifically addressing tree decline in general and in the absence of fire.
Well, we've been looking at tree decline of native forest systems in Tasmania and Western Australia and in New South Wales. And tree decline is the progressive death of trees as a result of a change in management. In particular, this is the change in the fire regime used beneath the trees. And it results in within the long absence of fire as a treatment, you get accumulation of understory beneath the trees, and this has an adverse effect on the trees, and they progressively die. Well, the key points are when understory becomes thick beneath the crowns of trees, it alters the soil regime, so you get accumulation in nitrogen and a locking up of phosphorus and copper, which means the trees, they don't uptake those nutrients, and the crowns suffer from both nutrient deficiency and water stress. We are developing a decision support tool which allows industry to, with a simple, like a flashcard, which allows industry to see the key attributes of the forest as it has changed relative to a healthy forest, and then intervene at the right time so you don't get a very dense understory beneath these trees, which later in its development is very hard to treat, whereas if you introduce fire at the right time, you can get a successful improvement in forest condition. Well, generally there is need for the use of fire to maintain. Each forest type is adapted to a particular fire interval, and each forest type needs to be managed so the fire is kept within that range. But there are only specific forest types within Australia that are highly susceptible to the tree decline we've identified, and those need to be treated and managed carefully, and this is what this decision support system will allow. Well, we understand the nutritional effects, but the interaction between nutrients and mycorrhizae, the fungi that grow on the roots of trees, is a really important relationship we need to understand, because not only do you have change in nutrients, but you have a change in microflora as a result of a development of a dense understory, and we need to understand that system better.